All right, here we go. Man, today I got my good friend, my good buddy, Mr. Nate Robinson. We met, what, a couple of months ago?
Yeah, a few months back.
We met a few months back. We were on the ferry. Mm-hmm. And as I was leaving the ferry, my wife said, hey, there goes another black guy. And I got excited. I looked over and, well, I'm going to tell you this. He's wearing a hat right now. He kind of tricked me because I wasn't talking about his hair. He kind of gave me to think of Don King. I said, hell no, that ain't Don King. I thought it was Don King at first, right? And anyway,
oh my goodness.
Hey man, let me cut the crap. I quickly I shot over there where he was. I met him, and his lovely lady.
Yeah, me and Juliana.
Right, we introduced ourselves, man. And that day, we was inseparable that day. That same exact day, within that hour, he bought us dinner that night. What was the name of that restaurant? We was at Dumagetti.
That was
great restaurant with bone marrow and all that.
Yeah, Juliana, no, the Royal Inn or something like that.
Royal Inn Hotel or something like that. That was Dumagetti.
They're famous. Listen, you guys, listen to his videos. When he talk about different areas, like when he talk about Dumagetti, okay, they have, where I took him, it's called sizzling. The main dish is sizzling boolaloo, okay? And it's the big leg bone with all this meat on it, beef leg bone with all this meat on it, and then they give you the fixing. And then they also specialize in pies and cakes. So we buy our cheesecake from there, okay? We have to order it. The place is nice. I mean plush, all right? And we sat there and we ate. Okay.
Had a good time.
We had a good time.
I mean, we congregate. We had a good time. We went back and forth. Mm-hmm. Now, I will say this. Whenever you're with Nate or having dinner with Nate, right, you're like a kid, man. He has so much knowledge. I just sit back and I just listen to him because half the stuff that we converse about, I really can't respond because he's into neuroscience, physics, biology, what else? The stars, the cosmos. He's into all that. This guy has had many, career jobs, or whatever. Nate, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You first came to the Philippines what year, and what prompted you to come to the Philippines?
Okay. God, I wish I could read y'all the little story. It's a little story I have. It only take a couple minutes, but I don't know how long the video is. So
do you? We got time, brother.
We do? Well, while I'm bringing this out to you guys,
we're in the Philippines.
What happened was, okay, I came to an epiphany, okay, a few years back. I came here in 2013, and I've been here ever since, okay? In fact, in 2024, I went to the immigration to pay. You have to pay. But after you pay, every 3 years, you're supposed to leave, do a border run, which means you leave for a day or two, and you can come back and start your 3-year stay all over again. But I never would do the border run. I would pay the money, but I would then go back home. Well, they caught me last year, okay? Because the computer always catch you when you're up to something. And the lady looked at me. She said, Mr. Robinson, she said, when are you going back to the U.S.? I said, I'm going now. She said, well, you go get your ticket. So I went and got a ticket. I went in the lobby and I sat on my phone and I purchased a ticket. And I went back to her and she went and she said, let me see your passport. And she took my passport. She's looking at it, thumbing through it. And she said, well, you're leaving today. Or no, she said, you're leaving tomorrow. I said, yep, I'm leaving tomorrow. Now I was going to cancel that ticket, okay, when I got home. She said, and here's how we're going to do this. She said, I'm keeping this passport, and you'll get this back at the airport. You're going to be escorted. You arrive at the airport, and you're going to be escorted to the plane. And I'm scared. I'm like, oh, my God, you guys getting ready to blackball me, kick me out of the country? She said, oh, no, you can leave. You can come back. She said, but you're leaving today. You're leaving for 1 day. You got to go, sir. You have not been back, left this country in 10 years. I bust out, started laughing. You're not supposed to do that.
Let me ask you, what age were you when you first came to the Philippines?
Okay, I first came to the Philippines. I was 53 years old.
53 years young.
Okay. I'm 66 now.
66, because that question was coming. Everybody want to know how we are,
right. And I came here because I did some research. I belong to several expat groups, online expat groups. That's a key thing, you guys. You don't just up and leave the U.S. without doing your homework. You talk to other people who live in these different countries. I had like 7 or 8 different countries I wanted to live in. So I befriended people that was online that lived in those countries. And they kept me abreast of cost of living, crime stats, education, the people's demeanors, those type of things, cultural differences, social differences. Other Americans or either other Europeans, period, will share with you if you talk to them. And I encourage everybody, if you're planning on going to Africa, why in the world would you just jump up and go to Africa without talking to Americans that already live there? They can help you so much, you guys. Use that, okay? Use everybody. I make people use me. I've been here so long, when I meet these brothers, first thing I do is I let them know how long I've been here, and they ask me questions, and I answer them, honestly, from my point of view. And then I don't only stop with me. I tell them, hey man, I want you to meet this dude. He got probably a different life experience. He'll talk to you and he'll share with you, because the African American experience is different from the white American experience. Most black guys, one of the first things they ask, black women as well, how do they treat you? Do they treat us okay? Because we have been traumatized. So crossing that border, okay, the best way I could describe it to you is 2 ways. There's 2 ways I could describe it to you. One is walking out of hell, okay, into heaven, not realizing that you had left hell. You think you living in heaven because everybody tell you you are. Oh, America's the best place. America this. Man, when you leave America as a black man, the whole weight lifts up off your shoulders. Oh my God, the peace that falls upon you.
Wow.
And the one thing that these black men say all the time, man, I found my peace. Okay? Which is when I'm going to share with you guys my story about peace, but it came before I came here. Okay? And I really want you guys to understand.
And why he's doing that, your peace and my peace are totally different.
Yes.
When he say me by finding your peace, hey, I'm like him. My peace is here too also. Your peace may be the next street over, may be the next city, may be the next state. But you have to get out and explore that yourself.
Now you guys, I'm going to read to you a story I wrote. I write stories, okay? And this has touched a lot of brothers that understand where I'm coming from. The name of it is Finding My Peace. Listen, you must let go to grab happiness and peace. They can't survive with what you are carrying. Long before I left the U.S. for my so-called world tour, I did some soul searching. I have always been one to enjoy me time in remote nature settings. One day, it all came to a head. One quiet day, I felt a sadness come over me. I was petrified and confused all at the same time. In an instant, I was seeing images of family and friends and foes alike. They were coming at me to do me harm. As I looked into each one's face, I'd recall that individual's betrayal or thievery or gossiping or backbiting or downright lies toward me. I felt so depressed, but not defeated. I looked at them with sadness. I began to see them shrinking right in front of me. Soon I began to feel sad for them, so I squared back my shoulders and forgave them all. I am an empath, so I felt their pain deep inside my soul. Then a sense of compassion emerged, and I immediately began to forgive each and every one of them. As I called out each one, I forgave them and watched as they disappeared. My breathing changed. In an instant, I was, for the first time in my adult life, able to breathe easily out of both nostrils. I felt as though I was coming out of a high, and I don't even do substances. Then in a flash, I was standing in front of a mirror. The mirror lost my reflection, and like a large screen, that mirror showed me everyone from family to friends to foes that I hurt. I found myself back into the depression. I was literally unable to breathe. I began to hyperventilate as each person's image showed. I looked into their faces and I seen tears and anger. Before I knew it, I was snot crying. I looked at them ashamed, but fearless, and I apologized. I asked their forgiveness, and I forgave myself. I realized all to all. I released all to all. And just know, hurt people hurt people. And again, my breathing and a feeling came up over me of peace and tranquility. I felt a weight being lifted off me. I now know nirvana. Before I left that quiet place, I gathered up all that ugliness I was carrying around and bagged it up and left it alongside the curb. I was free and at peace. So it wasn't unusual for me to spend my first 5 years living abroad alone. My leaving wasn't to escape anything or anyone. I left to be adventurous. It just turned out I already had peace within me. I truly believe that so many people need to hear this. I know people leaving bad relationships and immediately began to seek out another. I know people who left a hostile workplace and instead of giving themselves a time out, they rush off to the next place. Then I see people who leave a living place in exchange for another, thinking things will change if the environment changes. Then sadly, one of the biggest moments in modern era comes along called passport bros. These are men that have been culturally demeaned and ridiculed by Western women. So they are leaving the U.S. in hopes of meeting more traditional women with marriage and family at the center of their belief system. What makes me give caution is the fact that they leave the U.S. Pay attention to me now. And arrive in a developing country with the same distrust, hurt, betrayal, rejection. So I feel sorry for those innocent women who are getting damaged goods. Okay? The same damaged goods that the passport bros complained about while in the U.S., you can't expect peace and tranquility until you let go. Your peace will find you. You don't have to look for it. And if this writing does nothing to you or for you, that saddens me. I truly believe our battles aren't won until we look inward. I am Nathan Robinson, and I am bad quiet.
Wow. Very well said, brother. Hey, well said.
Yeah.
Hey, now that's not me sitting over there. That's my guy, Will. Will just walked into the room, and I want to get a 2-for-1 where I have both of these guys in the room because tomorrow is never promised. Everyone, this is Will. Will, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm William Carter.
Come over here, Will. Come closer.
Yeah.
I won't bite you.
Come over here.
Yeah, and talk a little loud.
These two good brothers, we got Will. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm William Carter. I'm 63. I moved over here to the Philippines last year. In fact, on the 21st was my first year. Being
Happy
here.
anniversary.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad I made the jump over here. Where I came from in Georgia, wasn't going so well, but I always wanted to come to the Philippines. I came here back in the 70s, 79, 80, and got my first experience when I was in the service. And I always told myself then, this is where I was going to retire.
Wow. Wow.
So it took me 30 years, 35, 40 years to get back here, but I made it.
And you are building. Tell about your business you have going on also too.
Oh, well, me and my wife, I married a Filipino, Filipina. Yeah, it's a Filipina to you guys.
You got some great things coming up.
We got married in March, and we're building a house. Looks like a castle, and it's going to be attached to. We'll have Carter's Airbnb. Also, we'll have 2 units, and then we also have my wife. Will have Lee Joe motorbike and rental. So, anyway, think about getting one of the old Pam boats and one of the little tourists island hopping.
I tell you what, that service is madly needed too. Also,
Yeah.
it's madly needed.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what, Nate? When we spoke on the phone the other day, you said something that kind of got my attention. You do something with the expats that are in prison too, also.
Yes.
Can you elaborate on that, please?
Right. One thing, when you find yourself, like when you come here to the Philippines, okay? And I want you guys not to think I'm bragging or boasting, but when and I'm going to pretend like I'm speaking only to black men when I say this part, because white guys can understand it when I do. When your black ass hit that tarmac, them feet hit that ground, you become a multi-millionaire.
Automatically.
Okay? Automatically. All right? Now, I'm what they call a triple dipper. Okay? That means I get 3 pensions. Okay? A lot of these brothers get 2 pensions. All right? That makes you wealthy here.
Oh, yes.
So one of the things that affects us Westerners, be it white, black, or whatever your ethnic, is a sense of responsibility. Okay? And a charitable, your benevolent side. Well, me, I don't run around here trying to give money to homeless people, which you don't meet many of them anyway, but beggars.
Everybody will catch up to you.
Right. But what I found that is most beneficial and most helpful, there's 2 charity kind of things I do here that I keep kind of under the radar. There's a group I belong to, which is a political group called Democrats Abroad. I think they might even have changed the name recently. But they send me emails, and I would do for them, with them, they go around with guys like myself to visit the prison system here and visit Americans locked up abroad. Okay? Guys come over here and get in trouble. Okay? And it's not a happy thing. All right? Their prison system totally different. You feed yourself. You provide your own food. Okay? Those guys, some of them are emaciated when I get there. And so what I do is when they contact me and ask me, let me know, hey, listen, this month we're on this date, we're going to be all catching a bus and we're going to go to this prison and they're expecting us and they want an RSVP. So I send my RSVP and they let me know how many Americans are locked up. And what I do is I make sure each guy, I give him 1,000 peso. I give each guy 3 kilos of rice.
Wow, that's a lot.
I buy toiletry items for each guy, okay, such as deodorant and bar soap. Those type of things I take when I arrive. And the other guys have their list of stuff that they're bringing as well. That's what I do. That's a charitable part of me. And it's because you have that sense of, hey, I could do better with my life now. I can help people. I could literally help people. And then there's the other thing that I never tell anybody except for right here, because a lot of you guys will want to know how to do that. They have something here called DSWD. That is Department of Social Welfare and Development. It's sort of like the welfare department. It's the charitable end of the Philippines. It's where families can go that desperately need help. The father, he's been in the hospital for a long time. The family is low on income, that kind of thing, and they need help with maybe utility bills or this or that. In the U.S., I know one group called Catholic Charities that does that kind of work. Well, what I do is I go and I whisper into the ear of one of the workers there, probably the head of the DSWD or somebody just up under her or him, and I let them know if people come in here needing medication, because here in the Philippines, you have to pay your own doctor bills, okay? And there's no insurance that's going to pay for your medication. So even if you do go see the doctor's going to give them a prescription, and they're going to need that prescription filled. Well, what I do, I'll get messages, text messages. Sir Nathan, I have a family here, or I have a Lola here, or a Lolo, or a Kuya that needs medication. And the medication is going to cost like 2,400 pesos. Can you help with any amount? And so what I'll do is I'll tell them, I just sent it to your GCash. So they get it, and that family or person or whatever, this medication is paid for. I'm clear out of it. They don't know it's me, don't know nothing about me. All they know is DSWD called them and told them, come get your medication. It's right here. Okay. That's what I do. And I'm sharing that because if you wanted to come abroad to a country, these are some of the things that you can do, okay? And if you want to help out, and I'm sure you will, okay? Because I do it because it's who I am, okay? I would want somebody to help me in that way.
Right.
Okay.
A lot of places here, they don't. If you don't have family members on the outside, you don't get nothing.
Right.
You know, so it's always best to know somebody who's going to do like Nathan here does and helps out, or either you have to have some sort of family member that's going to be able to be there to help.
Yeah.
Now, Will, you are retired military?
Retired military and retired from the metal business.
Okay, because how Will and I met, we bumped heads in the groceries.
Yeah.
And you know, when you see somebody that's somewhat similar, look like you or whatever, right? You want to stop and chat. And
just like my wife did, like yours did.
Will and I, we was
They're your brother. Yeah.
Will and I was sitting there. We was in the groceries, and Will and I was sitting there chatting, and both of our wives were looking at us like, "Come on, look, we got to go."
Yeah.
I think he and I stayed in the aisle, talked for about 30 minutes or so or more.
There we go.
Yeah. So we were just chopping it up.
Right.
You know, and that's just how it goes down here, man. You see somebody, is everyone receptive of you? They look like you? No. But when they do, look out. It's nothing but fun.
Yeah.
I chatted with Nate last night, and Nate was like, "Hey man, you guys come over tonight. Come over tomorrow. We're gonna have dinner, whatever." No, I did not know they was having dinner.
Right. Because I just made you bring some food from your restaurant.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
We were just chit chatting. He said, you guys come."
Oh, and Mike's restaurant does have some good hamburgers up there.
Yeah, I just had one.
I done been there.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, that's my wife's. It's called the Cuties. That's my wife's restaurant.
Yeah.
I mean, we got here. We broke bread. Nathan was rattling off some of his micro stories. You know, which I found. Like I say, all I can do is listen because Nathan's into physics and space and sound and all that shit. I can't respond back. He'll tell you, I'm just listening.
Oh my goodness.
I'm more on the blue collar side. I'm an infantry guy. He gets all intricate and technical about neuroscience. Now, don't let that hat and glasses in there fool you. He is a highly intelligent guy.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, as a matter of fact, Nate, tell me about your podcast.
Huh?
Tell me about your podcast. Your podcast.
I'm hard
Your
headed.
podcast.
Your podcast.
Oh my! You guys, listen.
Yes.
I have a podcast. Okay, it's called Nathan, but the truth. Okay, and the thing is, on Michael's thing here, I'm going to leave a comment, and so therefore you're going to be able to click on that comment and see my podcast. Okay, because I'll make the comment under my podcast. That you don't want to miss. Okay, my podcast. Before I did my podcast, I did some sample runs, and I had a young lady contact me, and she told me she was angry about the way a couple of the young brothers responded out of shame in her college class. Okay. This is Stanford University, young lady, okay? And I guess the classes have maybe 100 students or whatever. Well, her professor walks into the class, or instructor, whatever title he held. He told them, he said, I want you guys to see this guy's video. And this was pre-Donald Trump, okay? And he explained to them, he said, you guys are about to hear the most dangerous man in the world on video. And he let them hear my video. And those kids, she said at the end, it was spellbound. And so the young lady contacted me and stuff. She wanted to communicate with me about my videos and stuff. And she asked me to do podcasts. Seriously, think about it. And so that was one of my inspirations. Then I have over 4,000 members on my Facebook. And I put it out on my Facebook that I wanted to start doing podcasts. And one of the women commented and said, because I told them, I said, what do I name my podcast? And one of the women said, Nathan, but the truth. And the reason for that, you guys, I don't lie. When it comes to things of a social nature, a political nature, economic nature, financial things, I'm not going to sit up and BS anybody. So I'm not going to have hundreds of thousands of members and likes and all that. I don't do my podcast for money. I won't monetize them. So I share a lot. And if you listen to my podcast, you'll probably have questions or you want to talk to me about things. I'll share a lot with you.
Will, I want to hear more about this beautiful home you're building. I'm hearing about which I have not seen yet, right? I've only been hearing about it. Tell me about that layout.
He has a drawing of it.
Yes, but he showed me the drawing.
It's on his phone.
Right, he told me.
I took that one off.
You took that? Oh.
Because I revised it.
Oh, okay.
So you got to revise.
Okay.
Tell us about it. Tell us about it.
It sits up on my wife's property, our property, and we bought some more property with that. But it's overlooks Nimatea and the water and everything, and it's a castle form.
Now, let me ask you a question, not to cut you off. Now, where exactly is Nimatea? Where exactly is that?
Well, from our location of Semboya, we're only about 7 minutes from Semboya, and we're about 8 minutes from Malden, here in Cebu. And it's right off the road.
On the map, if you want to find his place, go to Cebu Island. And the south end of Cebu Island is his house. The very, very, very south end.
And to make it even easier, we're on Google.
Okay.
We're already listed on Google up underneath Lita Joe Motorcycle.
So where exactly, what phase are you in right now with your home build?
The foundation is pretty much complete. we didn't. We got to redo our driveway because I had to buy some extra property to get on it because the way property is situated here in the Philippines, everything is stacked within each other and tied in within each other.
Yeah.
So you have to
Meaning
get
family.
right away.
You mean
Yeah.
family, right?
Well, with ours, it's not so much. We don't have to deal with the family part because my wife's section is her section. That's it. It's just to get up to it because it goes up the hill.
Now let me ask you a question. Let me ask,
Right.
exactly. East. Now let me ask you a question. Do you find is it the experience in building or purchasing land here, right in the Philippines? What are some pros and cons? What are some which you likes and dislikes?
Oh,
More so
Dis-
dislikes than likes.
dislikes are more of when you're seeing things put together, you can't judge it. It is not the Western style of putting things together. This is the Filipino way. So when you see blocks going up and you see mortar not too much in there, or it looks like the blocks are broken up and it's not going to work right, and nothing seems to be lined up because nothing's really lined up when you do things.
Mhm.
It's almost like it's just with eyesight, and it's like it looks good,
Mhm.
but the finished product, they do
It's
a
impeccable.
finished product.
Yeah.
And these guys work really hard, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So-
because they don't use all
The modern tools.
the types of tools you
Right.
do in the Western style, it's all done. Your septic dug by hand.
Exactly.
Your footer dug by hand.
Exactly.
All your rebar is basically they over there cutting it by hand.
Everything
The
is pretty much
wood
manual.
cut by
Everything is
hand.
manual.
Your concrete, they're mixing it by hand. Even though you got mixing places here, but that costs money.
And,
The tractors cost money.
yes, sir.
They do not believe in paying
And,
money.
and the
for
crazy
it.
thing about it is, I'm just gonna piggyback off what you're saying. I mean, when they pour the concrete, they're using a 3-gallon bucket. They use a 2 to 3 gallon bucket to do the foundation. Seriously,
They do it.
It's
They
manual.
mix it, put it in the bucket, and carry it over. It's
Hey.
like
Or make them a box and
Right.
mix it up in bars, put it in a bucket and carry it.
hey, you're exactly right, man. Now, let me ask you what. Now, is there a time frame that you may be finished on your home?
The house itself will only take 30 days.
Wow.
Because of the fact it's not all concrete. I switched it up. It was going to be all concrete at first.
Dude,
But because I'm doing half and half,
that is super fast.
meaning I'm doing, it's going to be 10-foot ceilings, but it's going to be 5-foot concrete, 5-foot bamboo.
okay.
Now, how many contractors or how many men do you have working on the house when you say 30 days?
It's going to be 6 people.
Wow, I'm serious. That's quick.
Yeah.
That's a quick turnover.
Yes, it is.
30 days for 6 people.
Yeah.
But as a foreigner, this is what I found out. If you're a foreigner and you want to build, use the money to pay for the equipment.
Mm.
That's how come you can get it done quick.
Right.
If you don't use no equipment,
Look
it's
at
like
3
I
months.
rented the track hoe. Okay, so it's like that footer, they're digging it out by hand. That tractor, you can get it dug out in that same day and have that, and they can start framing
True.
up. Okay, but if not, you're going to be digging for a week. Or
Yeah.
So.
Oh, so
Okay.
So
Just like the pool that we're gonna have there, it'll take them a week, 2 weeks just to dig out the pool. Get that tractor, dig out the pool. Now you're gonna save a week, 2 weeks of time. That's your biggest thing is
Wow.
time for is the digging out.
wow.
Because once they get started on putting it together, ooh, they throw some stuff together.
Now let me interject because people are going to be listening to this and they're going to think we big ballers. You guys, we're not.
We're just
cost-
simple people.
The cost that he is talking about stuff, okay? The average cost for a house here, if you're going to build it yourself, such as him, and I'm talking just a plain old 1 floor, 3 bedroom, 2 bath kind of thing. Maybe 1 million peso, not quite 20,000 US dollars.
Right,
Okay?
right.
You guys pay attention to this. and that's with labor and material.
Yeah.
Okay?
We don't want to get it twisted.
Yes, we're talking finished product.
Yeah, my original plan, it was $827,000.
There you go.
Okay, it was 198 for the labor,
Mhm.
and then the rest 620 something or 30 something for the material.
Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me?
It's going to be even cheaper because when you do half and half, that'll be cut down to almost 200.
So you guys are telling me that I can build a complete home
for a
Yeah.
million bucks for a million.
for
pesos.
$1 million pesos, which is about
Easy,
$19,000-$20,000.
$20,000.
Did you hear
on
that?
The size,
Right.
Depending on the size and what you have in it, just like a lot of people use tile. I'm not using tile.
You concrete,
I'm using epoxy.
epoxy.
Floor coating.
Yeah. Regardless of the size. I mean, so I'm very frugal. That I am out of the element for 20 grand.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's all I need. I'm not even talking about the fixing whatever.
Right.
So I will have a home that I can call
You will
myself
have your own
for
home.
20 grand.
Yes.
Wow.
And,
Yes.
and depending on the size, just like our size, it's a 2-bedroom with an extra third bedroom, the third room, bathroom, large bathroom. But I'm also, as a Westerner, I'm used to closets.
Yeah.
I'm putting closets in my space.
So
I have closets.
So let me-
A pool.
pool's gonna be nice. So let me get this correct. So 20 grand, I can have a fully house
Full out.
With all the amenities.
with all the
All the
amenities.
amenities.
20
Yes.
grand, that's about 1,000 pesos, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So if I'm in the West, on average, 20 grand is about what, 4 to 6 months salary for most people?
Right.
6 months salary
Yeah.
for most, I'm saying in general.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you put it in numbers now.
Yeah.
That's about,
I've seen young people trying to buy a home and they have saved $20,000
For the down payment.
for the down payment inside of a year.
but I can come here and purchase my house paid in full
In full.
for 20,000.
Yes.
Wow.
No down payment, no interest costs, all that stuff. Everything is done.
And then if you're married, you don't have to worry about that extra payment on land and all them extra taxes.
Oh man, I heard about that
Like
too.
you do as a Westerner, you have to sit and pay to where it doesn't really belong to you.
Man, taxes on the lands is super cheap, I heard.
Yeah.
$50 maybe?
Yeah, $40, $50
Yeah.
a year.
40, 50
A
bucks
year.
a year.
I'll put it to you like this: the property that our beach property that we have, no one has paid for the beach property. I'm trying to, yeah, no. That is the Falls property. We got some Conowassa Falls, and no one paid no taxes on it.
It's still in the
since
family.
1989.
And it's still in the family.
And it's
Yeah.
still in the family.
Did you guys hear that?
Ain't nobody
Once it's in the
taking nothing.
family.
There was no property
Yeah.
tax paid on this property since 1989, and the property is still in the family here in the Philippines.
And
No one has taken the property.
And for the whole time, 6,200 pesos.
Oh man, get out of here.
That's all it is.
That's it.
Wow.
So-
And you will pay that,
Yeah.
and they will give you a stamp paid in full.
Paid in full.
That's it.
That's it.
No more worry
Man,
about
that's
that.
love. Hey, you know what? Hey, I want to change gears for a minute before we run out of tape here.
Okay.
Because Nathan, I mean, he would talk forever.
Joe will. He
Hey,
know me.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
Hey, I have to cut. I'm in the background doing this right here. Cut, Nathan. Cut. He just
love
overrun.
it.
He's not paying me
Yeah.
any attention. I'm saying cut
That's
it, Nathan.
right. Yep.
But anyway, hey, I want to get back. Nathan is a very, when I met Nathan, I mean, I was like, man, something's just not right with this guy. I'm serious. I'm saying to myself, I had to put this is a highly intelligent guy. So is my guy Will. But this guy here, Nathan, is a very highly intelligent man. Nathan, just go over with me some of your career moves that you have done since you've been here, man.
Here?
No, I'm talking about
on
planet.
this earth.
On this earth.
You guys listen.
Because I'm startled when he tells
Okay.
me some of the shit he's done.
I'm gonna go real hyper fast. Okay. When I got out of school, okay, while I was in school, I joined Mensa. Okay, you don't join; they come to you.
You know what Mensa is.
And I was brought into Mensa, and it was in the '70s when I graduated. But I couldn't go to MIT. Okay, they wouldn't accept me. All right. They wouldn't accept me at Yale. I tried to do Yale. I tried to go into Caltech. Okay, now I was an athlete. Don't get me wrong. Okay, but I couldn't get into the places where I wanted to further my science curiosity, so to speak. So I ended up getting on a Greyhound bus going out to Long Beach, California, to stay with my cousin. And I'm gonna make this hyper fast. Okay, I enroll in USC. Okay, and it was free for me because they accepted my athleticism. Okay, so I got in there and I started testing what they call Dante's testing and CLEP testing, to the point where the Air Force approached me and said, "We want you to come with us." Okay, well, and they gave me this old patriotic speech. You know, we're in a Cold War with Russia, and we need you, and all that. So I went into the Air Force and I joined the nuclear program. It was a voluntary program. Well, I was in there. It didn't work out too well. Bad things happened. Okay, we had some problems with that. So I got out of there. I ended up swore against the government. Okay, so I went and worked construction. Ronald Reagan fired all those air traffic controllers, but I had training for air traffic control, and I knew that shit like the back of my hand. So they came and approached me, and the country was in an emergency situation. Okay, so I was brought in as air traffic controller, and I went and I worked my ass off for the government because those PATCO people walked out and we walked in. When they were walking out, we were walking in, and we started manning those radars. Okay, that was my beginning of it, working as a civil servant. Bounced around, ended up with the Nuclear Regulatory Commission, which is where I finally said kaput. That's it. I'm leaving it all alone. So I retired. Okay, I have nice little FEARS benefit there. I'm a disabled American veteran because, like I told you, in the military, I got hurt real bad. Okay, very, very bad. Nearly lost my life. And I lived that. Okay, I lived with what's called PTSD. And, I had a lot of physical injuries and stuff. But, I never let any of that hold me back. I just kept pushing, pushing, pushing. So I'm doing okay now. And I live good. All right, I eat good. I got a roof over my head. All right. And so what I've always done is paid it back because I think that my life has been a good life. Okay, and so I help people, and I'm a VA advocate. Okay, as of my recent friend I helped that came here, I made him come here, y'all. I worked on Broadman for 5 years, but I got him here last August. Okay, and I worked with his VA and everything, and he's number 49 that I have helped win their VA award. I've never lost a case. Okay, and my thing is what I tell brothers is I speak their language. Okay, I am a writer. I love to tell people I'm a writer because I have fun writing, but I help brothers, all brothers, white, black. We veterans, we call each other brothers, so I don't want you to think I'm only talking about black guys. I help brothers win against a system that's built for them to lose. Okay, and so that's what I do. And my last case that won, okay, he came here living on a Social Security check, and now that brother is making what? Well, I can't even tell you. Okay, all I can say is he's in the thousands of dollars monthly. Okay, he can't even believe it himself. But it was all owed to him. He had some bad things happen to him in the military, and it's all documented. And so what I do is I go back to the VA and say, hey, listen, this guy deserves this. He's owed this. Okay, he gave this blood for the U.S. What are you going to do for him? And so the VA stepped up. And they always step up when I go and step up for the veteran. So I'm a VA advocate. So get in touch with Michael and say, hey, listen, man, that one guy you had on there, you say he know the VA. I got some issues, and let me draw you up.
That's why we're having this interview. Hey, I want to push you guys out of the window a little bit, right? And we're on the 50th floor. We're on the 50th floor. I want to push you guys out of the window.
All right.
Now, you guys are both in relationships, marriage.
Right.
Coming to the Philippines, was it a home run the first time you got into a relationship in the Philippines, or was it your second or your third relationship?
Okay.
Well, with me.
Go ahead, Will.
Go ahead. Oh, okay. Well, with me, this is my second. My first one when I met. I'd been here a couple days, about a week, and then I had some friends that introduced me to the young lady, and it only lasted like a month. And then that same next day that she disappeared, I met my wife now. So,
Okay, good. Go ahead, big guy.
When I read to you guys a story about finding peace, in there I said my first 5 years here was alone. I was not here to exploit the women per se, okay? Understand, what happened with William is a rarity. Most of the time, you don't meet anybody right away or within a short period of time. Me, it was 5 years. I tell people, especially guys that come here, don't come to the Philippines and think that you're going to have casual relationships. They don't do casual here. That's not it's just not going to happen. It's for real. They play for keeps.
That's right.
And so I always say, when you kiss that woman, the next day, she's taking you to the province,
Exactly.
and the priest is showing up, Uncle Joe,
It's microwave.
right? All your cousins, everybody, because now she's seeing something permanent.
Right.
So you have to be very careful. Now, there's places you can go where women are more westernized and they want casual. That's either in what they call BGC, which is like Upper Manhattan. Okay, trust me, that's the wealthiest of wealthy. Okay, party time, beautiful, lush condos, or you can go to Angela City, which is red light district. Okay, they're all casual. Okay, but everywhere else in the Philippines is called province, and them province women play for keeps.
Right.
So you know that, so you're not going to go running up to them, hey, pretty lady, this and that. In fact, you don't even approach nobody like that.
Right.
But you're not going to meet anyone for a relationship unless you're just really ready. And me, it took me 5 years.
I got a question. I'm listening to both of you guys, right?
Right.
So, when someone, okay, let's say the dating sites, people are online. So they are automatically already locked in with someone online when they get here.
Okay.
Now what advice do you give to people as far as the dating sites from you guys' experience?
Treat the seriousness that you would in the U.S. Okay. Dating sites are, oh my God, it's a haven for scammers. I don't care what country. Okay. Stay away from dating sites. I'd say people in the U.S. use dating sites for casual hookups.
Right.
In the Philippines, those women, okay, that use them dating sites, most of the time, red flags are, she will want you when you come to meet her in Manila. She's not taking you to the province. In fact, she don't even have her provincial home on that dating site. She'll say she lives in Manila or one of the bigger cities, but no, those are red flags. She's not. She has an ulterior motive, and they have a unique way to get money out of these guys because guys have a soft heart. Oh, my Lola, which grandmother is sick and she need medication. and so the guy, he's got a soft heart. I had one situation where a guy asked me to go and do a welfare check on his fiance. They're supposed to be getting married. And she's handling the paperwork going to the embassy, and he's in the States. And he had sent her over 20,000 US dollars. Because each time she go to the so-called embassy, they need more money. And so I went up there and started taking pictures of her husband, and her 4 kids, okay? And I sent them to him, and I told him, I said, bro, you messing up, okay?
You also have to remember too,
Uh-huh.
these are people, when they get caught up in those things, they're being desperate because they don't use common sense.
Yeah. Well,
Now, just like
let's call them lonely onlys or whatever.
And they're looking for something that they think is the easy way.
Right.
Now, I used a dating site
Mm-hmm.
when I got here, but I researched the dating sites. I researched this stuff before I came. And then once I got here, foot on the ground now. So now I want to see it from inside. So I checked it out. That's how I met my friend. I met her on there, but then we didn't click. But she turned around and said, hey, I have a friend. I think you two might work out.
Okay.
So we hooked up. She even brought her over, and we all had dinner and hung out.
Well, that's what's up, then.
And it did.
That's what's up.
So there are cases, but then even when I was on there, just like how Nathan puts it and said, there are people who are women who are on there using stories after story.
Right.
The baby needs milk,
Uh-huh.
needs food, and that is one of the biggest things here. I'm hungry.
Right.
I totally agree with you. But in all fairness, we are scammers too.
We are scammers too.
Yeah.
I can't put it on the Filipino or the
Right.
woman around the world.
Everyone
We
in
are-
this world is a scammer.
We are scammers too also.
Well, you
certain
got
extent.
to understand how I put it. When I told you, I came to the Philippines to exploit the economy. I did not come here to exploit the people.
Mm.
So me, in exploiting the economy, is going to lunch and only spending $2.
Now, I will say, now you are a rare case.
Yeah.
See,
All
me,
right.
I
Yeah.
came here for a relationship.
Right.
Right. Which
And
most
to
men.
settle,
Right.
to settle down, to get a place.
You knew
I knew
automatically.
exactly what I
Yeah.
wanted.
You wanted a traditional wife.
Exactly.
You were not going to go and be with one of them
Right.
304s,
There you
so to
go.
speak.
And I would have loved that had a kid.
Well, let me ask you this,
Yeah.
guys. I know, hey, we've been on here a long time. Not to cut either
Yeah.
one of you off, but we got to wrap this up sometimes, right? If not,
Okay.
Yeah.
we'll be here all night.
Yeah.
What would you guys say to the guy or gal that's on the fence thinking about coming to the Philippines or Thailand or Southeast Asia? I mean, they're right there at it, right?
Right.
They're thinking. They've been watching YouTube. They've been hearing, things about Southeast Asia, so they can't really make their mind up. What would you say to that person who's right there at it?
Okay. With me coming to the Philippines, it was part of my world tour. I was traveling. I had just came from Amman, Jordan to Bangkok, Thailand, and then I came into the Philippines. And I stayed. Find your niche. Talk to people. I keep saying that over and over and over again. There are people like me, William, okay, bruh here, that will talk to you and share with you their life experiences. Listen to them, because you may see some of you in either one of us and say, hey, I like that too. I want that kind of lifestyle too.
It's powerful.
Okay? Bruh man talking about he fell in love with the fact he could eat for $2 at lunchtime. Man, I would love nothing more than to be able to go and sit down in a place and eat and only spend $2 and then get up, get on my bike and roll off somewhere. You can do that, okay? you don't ever have to worry about money. I have a little change purse, okay, that I walk around with. I don't walk around with money in my wallet. It's in my change purse. It's not a whole lot. I do not have to have a lot of money in my pocket, okay? I don't even have to have ATM cards, okay? You just go
Okay,
around
Nathan,
here.
cut,
That's it.
Nathan, cut.
Yeah.
All right, Will. Hey, we're gonna let Will have the last
Yeah.
word.
I'll
Cut, Nathan.
I'll make mine quick.
Yeah.
I look at this. I tell people this: be ready for when you want to come. To make sure it is something that you want. Check out the area. Check out the place. See if you yourself can handle the atmosphere,
Good
the
advice.
people, the anything and everything. The
Good
food.
advice.
Yeah.
Because if you can't deal with how it looks, how things are, you're not going to like it.
Great advice.
So it's not just about saving money, because I love that part too. That would be amazing. I
Yeah,
like that. You know,
Nice.
being able to eat cheap.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what.
It's
Good
because
advice.
I like being here and I can deal with going around and seeing the old metal buildings and look like it might be dilapidated.
Wow.
Coming from the Western or coming from Europe, where you see nice houses and everything. You don't have a lot of that here. So that is something that you have to put in your mind that, hey, this is not going to affect me.
Right.
I like the other things. I can deal with this, I can deal with that, I can deal with the lifestyle. That's what you be prepared.
Great advice. Yeah. Great advice. Hey, I just want to appreciate, just take this time to thank these two military veterans.
Yeah.
Hey, you got what, Air Force and
Air Force.
Air Force and
Army.
I can rock this army here.
Yeah.
Yes, Air Force.
But you still gonna give me a fist bump. Cause Air Force ain't that bad.
Hey.
Come on now.
Yeah, you see that man.
Yeah.
Hey, but no, man. Hey, we
Yeah.
got two veterans here, man. They're just telling, just a tidbit of their story, right? We're just having fun, man. We just here, man, just living our lives. We're not doing anything, extravagant, anything other than what you're doing, except we are living our own lives. Each one of us have our own stories.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you guys for, I was going to say stopping by, but I am at your house.
That's okay. Yeah, but still,
Yeah.
you guys, we have a camaraderie.
Yeah, but I
okay?
got tricked into
And,
it.
yeah. And we love each other and we have each other's back.
Okay.
Okay? Always know that. So if you come here, you got folks that's immediately right off the bat, we got your back.
Dig that. That's what's up.
We got you.
All right. Until next time, everybody. Peace,
Yep.
love. Make sure you like, share, and what? Subscribe.
Subscribe.